Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for my friends that have come out to see me. I really appreciate it. But thank you. There are people here that don't know me, so let me introduce myself. My name is Claire, and as you can see by my face, I'm on Medicare. I'm sure you're saying to yourself, why in the world would a woman my age consider doing comedy? I have a lot of advantage over these younger comedians. Because if they forget their material, they look like losers. If I forget my material, I'm adorable. So, what's the real reason people do comedy? To process trauma. You know the comedy formula, tragedy plus time equals comedy. And as a 6th grade teacher, 5th, 6th grade teacher, I've had to process a lot of trauma. If you think your kids are cool, bullshit. Anyway, I don't swear much, but I had to say that. Anyway, because the year they gave me, I had to quit teaching the year they gave me the 5-6 combination class. Putting the 5th and 6th graders in the same time-space continuum, what were people thinking? It was like teaching the innocent and the damned. 5th grade girls are still playing with Barbies, and 6th grade boys were stealing them, ripping off the clothes, looking at the upcoming attractions. And you can imagine their shock and awe when they looked at the Netherlands. Thank God for the Barbie movie, because now we all know there are no genitals in Barbies. Just, if you saw the movie, we finally were informed. Anyway, so there's even at my age, I want to find out more about myself. So I went to 22andMe. Well, I know you think it's 23andMe, but I got a Groupon, and I found out I was 100% Nigerian. So I had to pay the full price, and I found out I was 97 years old. Found out I was 97% Irish. Oh my God. Not only I'm Irish, I'm an Irish Catholic from Wisconsin. Yeah, and the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Green Bay Packers. My first steps as a baby were 10 yards out and I cut to the right. I used to love to play football when I was a kid. My gender identification was tomboy. Right? Now it's LGBTQRXTYZ. I am not making fun of your gender choices. But ladies and gentlemen, there are too many letters. I can't remember them. I don't even know my Google password. And it's my birthday. Seriously, everybody. So I used to play a game. I used to play football all the time when I was a little girl. And I used to play a game called Shirts and Skins. Until my mother called me in and said, "Darling, you'll not be playing that Shorts and Skins game anymore, particularly the skins. Look at your breast. They're swelling." I said, "Mom, I caught the football wrong." She says, "No, darling, this is a glorious moment in your life. It's called puberty. And that swelling will eventually turn into lemons. And you know, God has blessed me. Perhaps it'll be cantaloupes." And I said, "God, this woman's crazy. She's turning my body into a fruit basket." Anyway. But big deal. Pimples, boobs, and cramps. That's puberty. But you know what, puberty parents, you are horrible about teaching your kids about puberty. It was like, you teach them, no, you teach them, so nobody teaches them. So public education has to come in and teach your kids sex education, because you won't do it, right? So I remember the first time I sat in one of those classes, they put the boys in one room and the girls in the other. I went in the girls' room, and it was taught by a nurse, because they know more about sex than most anybody. And and she started with a movie, Walt Disney Presents Puberty and the 7 Menstrual Cycles. Mean, moody, miserable, neurotic, nasty, bitchy, and insane. And of of course, it's Disney. Gotta have animated fallopian tubes. Step dancing across your uterus. I heard a little girl in the back say, "No wonder my sister has cramps." Now you go in the boys' room, and it was taught by a spinster, a woman who had never been with a man in her life. And she had a cucumber in one hand and a condom in the other. He said, "This is a papa, 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 papa." And the little kid raises his hand and says, "What are you trying to say? This is a look at your book. What does it say?" It says, P-E-N-I-S, pens? Yes, that's what it is, pens. Can you imagine when those 6th grade boys went back into their classroom and their teacher said, "Take out your pens"? And the boys ducked and covered and said, "I don't care what the bitch says, I'm not whipping it out." So anyway, as a 6th grade teacher, you can't swear. My comics make fun of me because I don't say the F word. Well, it's in my DNA. I cannot say the F word. Because saying the F word was like bringing a loaded gun to school, right? And I remember the first day of school one day, a teacher in the faculty lounge said, "Did you hear Johnny drop the F-bomb today? Injured 2 kids, one of them seriously." I said, "Oh my God." And I didn't realize how serious it was. So I ran into this kindergarten girl, and she goes, "Mrs. Ratfield, Johnny said the F word, and he said the F word, and he said it in my face." I go, "Darling, you've only been in school 4 days. You haven't learned the letter F. What did he say? What did he say?" He said, and she goes into F word toxic shock syndrome, and then I have to call an ambulance, and they have to do an F word toxic shock syndrome resuscitation. You try to say that with a denture. F word. And as she's driving off, she says, "He said fought. He said fought in my face." I said, "Oh my God, Johnny had a great day. I went out and gave him a good citizenship award. He flipped me off." That's the joke. That's the best part of the whole thing, right? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, John gave me the light. Oh, John gave me the light, and for my age, going to the light takes on a whole new memory and a meaning. And in fact, if I say that's my time, people call 911. Let's give it up for John.